It's never easy when you have to go tick for tack, toe for toe against a powerhouse. And York High School is certainly in the conversation of a juggernaut, having finished in the top 5 for the 3A state finals the last 2 seasons. But hey, the Hinsdale Central Red Devils were at home on Friday, October 18th, as they hosted the York boys cross-country team at Catherine Legge Park. So did Catherine Legge give the Red Devils an unforeseen home field advantage versus the Dukes? It certainly seemed that way, especially for Hinsdale Central runners Dan Watke and Josh Gooding. Watke won the varsity race, while his teammate in Gooding won the junior varsity 1 semi-sprint. And if we consider the JV2 runners, Hinsdale Central's Joseph Luo finished in first place at 10 minutes and 33 seconds. A big congratulations to Watke, Gooding, and Luo. First, let's go back to Watke. Only a sophomore, the underclassmen outraced the 3 York student athletes, including senior Colin Hall, by a full 4 seconds. Watke's final time was 13 minutes and 49 seconds. Watke is strategian by every facet of the word, and he doesn't want his competition to know the secret to his running success.
I've just been training really hard and just doing the right things through everything. So
if the last name Watke rings a bell for you, it should. Dan's family comes from a massive gene pool of conditioned and seasoned runners, which includes older sister Emma. Emma is a Hinsdale Central alumnus who is now running cross-country for the University of Wisconsin. But it wasn't just about Dan Watke for the Red Devils. They ended up defeating the Dukes in a complete team effort. Colby Refford led the way by finishing second place on the team and 5th overall at 15 minutes and 25 seconds. This 6'1" junior explains how he caught the York Dukes off guard and finished in 5th place.
I'd say I had a pretty good race. I got out a little bit. It got out pretty fast, so I hung back a little bit. And I tried to move up towards the second half of the race. So I'd say that overall it was a pretty good race. There's always something to work on. There's a takeaway from every race, but overall I was really happy with the team's performance in high end.
Finishing behind Revord were the Red Devils 4 times in a row. In 6th place was Piyush Mekla. Receiving 7th place honors was Henning Lay. Crossing the finish line at 8th overall was Henry Gruber, and right behind Gruber was Jesse Gamboa. All 4 of those Red Devils ran 2 3/4 miles in less than 14 minutes and 40 seconds. If you're doing the math at home, the Red Devils had 6 runners finish in the top 10. You certainly aren't going to lose that many races when you finish that consistently. Because Mekla, Lay, and Gruber and Gamboa were pretty much able to go stride for stride with Revord, the Red Devils sneaked past the Dukes by a final score of 27-30. Like golf, cross-country is all about less is more. As for the JV1 race, York might have won the war, but Luke Gooding won the individual battle. The junior beat out the other 2 York juniors to claim first place by a full 10 seconds. Gooding's final time was 15 minutes and 43 seconds, while the figurative silver medal went to Charlie Bianchi at 15:53. What's even more impressive is the 5'10", 140-pound junior says he wasn't at 100% health for the Friday afternoon race.
I've been battling a lower abdomen strain for a couple of weeks now. I just started easing back into it, and I did really well in my 600 workout on Wednesday, and I just felt pretty good going into today. I was questionable to run, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it, and it paid off.
David Lacayo and Andy Munoz finished in the top 5. Lacayo finished 4th at 16:11, and Munoz was right behind him at 16:22. Aiden Walsh was the 4th and final top 10 finisher by running 2.7 miles in 16 minutes and 48 seconds. The efforts from Gooding, Lacayo, Munoz, and Walsh weren't enough though, as York's JV1 team defeated HCHS by 2, 27-29. Overall, it was a solid day for the Red Devils, who finally got a much-deserved victory after losing their first 2 races. For the varsity runners, a disappointing 42-20 opening weekend loss to arch-rival Lyons Township, coupled with a close but no-cigar 31-24 defeat to Downers Grove North, certainly isn't what the Red Devils hoped for to start off the season. But with a win finally under their belt, perhaps this home victory can finally get them back on track for a thunderous finish of the 2020 fall season. Reporting for Sports Broadcast Solutions, I'm Kyle Smith.